Hey. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to check in with y'all once again, share some insight. Another amazing video for my authors. So, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Ray Destin Jr. I am the CEO and founder of BOBM Publishing LLC. We are a full service publishing house that has helped over 265 authors become Amazon #1 best-selling authors. This video is not me sitting here trying to get you to come to us and do your book. If you do, cool. If not, hey, do your thing, right? So what this video is all about is setting goals as an author. And the reason that I wanted to do this is because a lot of people, when they first start out as what's going on, Miss Muriel, when a lot of people first get into the business, then they start off with good intentions. I want to write a book. I want to write a best-selling book. I want to sell 10 million copies. That's great. But let's set some realistic goals that can take you to the level that you want to get into. We can go back to the basics of goal setting. There's a few things that you need to have. You want to make sure that it's smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. Smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. A few of the things that slow people down when they're setting those goals is that it is, one, it's not measurable. Two, it doesn't become attainable because it's not realistic for them. When I say realistic for them, if you know that you're going to put everything that you got into selling 10,000 copies of your book, by all means, get it done. But if you know that you want to sell 10,000 books and you have the work ethic of somebody who's only going to sell 20 books, don't set that goal for yourself. Be realistic with yourself. So what are some of the types of goals that you need to have? One is writing time. As a new author, the most important thing to become an author is that you have to write. You have to write your book. You have to be consistent with it. So set a writing goal. Every day, I'm going to write for this specific amount of time, or every day, I'm going to write this specific number of words. Most people say, I don't have time to write. Let me break that down for you. And this is one of my favorite analogies when it comes down to writing or just goals in general, right? Each of us gets 24 hours in a day. We get 7 days in a week. That's 7 days in a week, 24 hours. You have 168 hours that you have available. Now, let's take out the first and most important for most people, work. If work is the thing that you have to do, you're looking at anywhere between 40 and 60 hours. I don't know your work schedule, so I'm going to put you on the 60-hour track. So if you have 60 hours that you are working each week, now you have 108 hours left that you can do what you want. Obviously, you got to get some rest. I'm going to say this. As adults, the average adult probably sleeps between 5 and 6 hours every single day. So if you're sleep, let's go on the heavy end and say you're sleeping 6 hours a day. And for those of you that just joined, I'm breaking down your week so that you see where your time actually goes. That's 42 hours in a week that you are getting rest. So you just had 108 hours left in your week. You're now down to you add in 42 hours for rest. You're down to 66 hours. In that 66 hours, you now need time for family. So let's say you're the greatest person in the world. You spend that 3 hours per day with your family. That's 21 hours per week that you are spending with family. 21 from where we at, from 66, that still leaves you with 45. With that 45 hours, you now have time to, if you want to work out, let's say you're a studious, not studious, but you're an astute person, you go to the gym consistently, you go for an hour a day. That still leaves you with 38 hours in your week. Now tell me this, can you spare 30 minutes to an hour every single day to write? Because that's what it's going to take to get that book done. So give yourself an actual goal within that 30 hours that you have left. How many of those hours are you going to spend writing? That's the first goal. Next thing is word count. Some people write for the amount of time and set their timer for 30 minutes. They set their timer for an hour and say, I'm not going to stop writing until this hour is up. If that's you, then find a place that you can write consistently. Find a room in your house. Find a go to the library and write. Go to Starbucks. You'd be surprised how many entrepreneurs started their careers at Starbucks or the library. If you just need that ultimate rest, go to somewhere peaceful. Go sit by a body of water and just write. Enjoy the time. If you need a lot of music, whatever it is, set that time apart and make it consistent every single day. Make that the first thing that you do with your day is write. If you're doing it based on word count, the average a book is about 30,000 to 50,000 words. 30,000 puts you in the range of about 100 pages. 50,000 puts you in the range of about 150 pages. So anywhere from 100 to 150 pages. If you're writing a longer book, by all means, go ahead and do your thing. But set a specific goal for how many words that you're going to write each week, or each day. That's another type of goal. The next thing is chapters. The reason that you want to set a goal for how many chapters you're going to write, you may create a goal of finishing one chapter per week, and you don't stop until you hit that one chapter per week. If you're writing a 10 chapter book, guess what? In 10 weeks, you have a book completed. You have time to go back and edit, have time to go back and proofread, go back and do what you need to do. How many chapters do you want to write per week? How many chapters do you want to write per month? These are important because that goes into your main goal as a brand new author. The main goal as a brand new author is your completion date. When do you want that book to come out? And I always give this analogy, which most people can understand. If you are a mother or a father, you understand the trimesters that goes into a pregnancy. Your book is very similar. When you don't have a goal or you don't have a birth date for your book, then here's what happens. That book is going to come out whenever it comes out because you haven't set a specific date of when you want to finish, when you want to complete it, when you want to have the bulk of your chapters done. You have to have a timeline. Otherwise, that book is just a dream. And we're not living on dreams. We're actually living on actual goals that can be easily attained. So set a completion date for your book. I'm going to give y'all a bonus tip for writers. And this is because we've worked with so many writers and we've done so much editing throughout. Set a weekly goal of how many books you're going to either read or listen to. The reason that I want you to do that is because it's going to expand your vocabulary and you get used to seeing words on a page. When you get used to seeing words on a page, your writing improves drastically because you are taking that time each day, each week to read something new. Read a book, read a magazine, but find something that interests you to read. I'm not saying to read at the same time that you're writing, but I'm saying to read as you continue to grow as an author. That's just a bonus tip. One of the greatest turnaround stories that I remember is the story of Malcolm X. Malcolm X, when he was younger, everybody was like, well, this dude was a criminal. He was a pimp. He was a hustler. He was this. It wasn't until he went to prison. The guy that was in prison with him made him read the dictionary and made him read other books. The Malcolm X that we all learned about was a great speaker. He was a great orator. The reason that he was a great writer. The reason that he was because he spent time studying, and that's what made his craft that much better. So take time and actually read more books. Last thing is setting sales goals. Once that book comes out as an author, you now become an entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur, what's going on, Krista Foley? The real Chris O'Foley. If you are a writer who becomes an author, you're now an entrepreneur as well. As an entrepreneur, you have to set goals for the money that's coming in. And that money that's coming in can be in the form of book sales. It can be in the form of speaking engagements. It can be in the form of coaching opportunities. Whatever that financial is, you need to set a goal for it so that you have something to reach. So what I always ask my new authors is, how many books do you want to sell in your first month? And I ask them to make it a realistic goal. Because again, if you want to sell 100 books in your first month, by all means, there's ways to sell 100 books. I'm going to teach you how to sell 100 books. That's easy. If you want to sell 250 books a month, if you want, it doesn't matter. Like I said, you got to make sure that your goals match your hustle, So as I said, as a new author, there's a few important goals that you need to set. How much time you're going to write each day or each week. Usually I say set those goals based on the day. So you set a system of consistency that you can follow. How many words you're going to write. How many chapters you want in your book. When is that book scheduled to be complete? And the last thing is your sales goals. Set goals for yourself that are attainable, but just a little bit out of your reach, so they challenge you. Because once that book comes out, there's going to be this huge buzz of everybody that you know that's like, man, congratulations, I want to get a copy. Or just congratulations. You have to set goals so that long after that buzz is gone, you're still moving forward. That's all I have for y'all today. Listen, if this video was helpful to you, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the heart button, leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. Share this video. There's some author out there who is still looking and still has that book stuck in their head. That's why I do these videos with you all every day. Let's help these people become great and execute at their level of excellence. Love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Love y'all. Hey, mama.